Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It appears as though Megan Thee Stallion and Kendrick Lamar are collaborating to uncover Drake's explicit contempt for individuals of color. There has been discussion for some time that Drake low-key despises individuals of color, despite the fact that he has consistently denied this and cases to have only love for his dark sovereigns. It's not shocking that he would deny this since his fan base is significantly comprised of individuals of color, so the last thing he needs is to annoy his fans. Yet even with that, it's still hard not to see how he moves in an odd manner with regards to people of color and how he disparages them. I mean, Megan has committed to having everlasting hamburgers with him after the manner in which he treated her during the entire chaotic circumstance with conservative paths. Now I realize what is happening was sketchy, and there were individuals who accepted that Megan was lying about getting by Tory and that she was attempting to pull an effective man down. I mean, there were strict slug pieces recovered from Megan's leg, yet she was as yet blamed for lying. At the time, the vast majority in the business knew not to emerge to uncover that they thought Megan was lying for one. It would have made them look very cold-hearted, and they would have rather not done that to themselves, in addition to Megan was at that point being harassed vigorously via virtual entertainment. So why in the world would anybody exacerbate it for her? It resembled each time she inhaled, or expressed something. There was dependably somebody in the remarks calling her out for attempting to demolish Pinnacle's life or hauling her for squealing to the police despite the fact that she attempted to conceal for him in any case. And the main explanation she uncovered him was that he and his group were joking and ridiculing what is happening. So it was hell aware for Drake to diss Megan ridiculous on his tune with 21. Savage considered Circle crazy where he said this be lie regarding Havin'. Gee, chances yet. She's as yet a stallion. She don't, for even a moment, get the J joke. Yet she's actually grinning. Shorty say she graduated, she ain't learned sufficient play your collection track. 1K. I heard sufficient. It was strange an application that he came from Megan like that since he and her never had hamburger of any sort, or ill will or any such thing. So him coming after her like that was simply odd AF and irregular. In addition to dislike he and Tory were close or any such thing, I mean, they had a tune together, yet they didn't precisely hang out together or run in a similar circle, so dislike Drake was guarding his companion as per Megan and Kendrick. The main explanation Drake went after Megan was just a direct result of his disdain of individual of color and how Drake needed to see Megan, a person of color, embarrassed. Despite the fact that she was the casualty in the circumstance, Drake had no specific interest in the circumstance. He simply needed to see Megan lose, supposedly, and you all realized that Megan isn't the sort to allow a plate to like this passed by without tending to them, and she hammered him via web-based entertainment and called him out for being a skeptic. She tossed some shade right back at Drake saying, "I know I'm exceptionally famous, yet you all got to quit connecting powerless paranoid fears and bars to my name, ninjas, nor never address me or at me with a reality or receipts. I'm clout. B, continue to suck my pee." She likewise said, "Quit involving my going for clo. Ut weak men. Since when is it bed a kid about ladies having chance, you men, particularly rodent men, are faltering, prepared to blacklist about shoes and garments, yet dog up on an individual of color when she express one of your homeboy. Her this was back in 2022, and she was at that point dropping clues about how Drake detests people of color, yet we didn't come to an obvious conclusion simultaneously to see what was going on directly before our eyes. Megan additionally proceeded and said, and when the G realities come out, recall all your most loved rappers that remained behind a man that shot a female group and assaulted me. You all go available. I protect myself at this present time. I'm doing in excess of every available open door. It goes on forever. And this didn't occur until I emerged and said I had a chance. You all don't screw with me. Okay, cool F it by as per Megan, in addition to the fact that Drake got her harassed by his fans by guaranteeing that she was lying about the conservative circumstance, yet he additionally minimized her professional education and made her look stupid by saying that she picked up nothing in school again, which has given critic energies. I mean, He exited secondary school since he was unable to shuffle secondary school classes with his forthcoming vocation, and he possibly got his secondary school confirmation in 2012, when he was 26. In addition to the fact that Megan graduated secondary school, she had the option to pursue her profession and school, and she moved on from school in 2021 with a 4-year education in science and well-being. I'm making an effort not to conceal Drake in light of the fact that attempting to construct a vocation is hard enough all alone, and it tends to be undeniably challenging offsetting it with a profession, and yet wild. He's dissing somebody who set off for college and attempting to minimize her accomplishments. You know, a similar accomplishment he doesn't have kid by due to his activities. Megan and Drake have animosity even after Tory was found liable. After the preliminary, Drake actually showed Suppo RT for him posting an image of Tory on his status and requiring his delivery. Yet as per Kendrick, Megan isn't the main person of color that Drake has been concealing on the web since he did likewise to Rihanna. The insane part about this is that Rihanna and Drake used to be old buddies and surprisingly teamed up on a few hit melodies like "What's My Name, Be Careful and Work." Drake was the ideal honorable man to have Rihanna out in the open, yet as per Kendrick, it's all since he had a keen interest in Rihanna, and he believed that she should date him. Yet even with that, he actually didn't treat Rihanna well since he undermined her while they were dating. And when Rihanna parted ways with him, he got in his sentiments about it and has been tossing sneak disses at her and her man quickly. Rough from that point forward, in his melody, Dread of Levels, he taunted her and said that closeness with her was normal. Getting out whatever truly had individuals talking was the part where he said, "Why they make it sound like I'm actually hung up on you, that would never be me. Lady can't destroy me, preferable him over me better. It's not me. I'm hostile to. I'm against definitely. And the closeness was normal with you. I'm against, 'cause I had it with you." He likewise said, "Okay, I'm aunt like your daddy's sis, tear aunt like a family picture, and I have way preferred honeybees over you to be straightforward." Definitely that man. He's still with you. He can't leave you all take some time off. I bet it's a tiles he even hauled Rihanna's man pronto, rough into the hamburger despite the fact that it was among him and Kendrick Kid. When I let y'all know that Rihanna lives in this man's head, Rentre. He said, "Row him talking is again gas, 'cause you hit my BM first ninja crunch the numbers, who I was hitting then, I ain't E. Van realize you rap still, 'cause they just discussing your fit again, presumably got to have a youngster again before you consider dropping any ish again. In any event, when you truly do drop, they going to say you ought to have displayed, 'cause it's mid again. Smoking Fenty about it ought to have placed you on the first attempting to get it in, inquire as to whether this is smart. The following time, you snuggled in that bed again. She'll try and let you know, let that kid be before you get your head parted. Gain kid, undermining a lady, and afterward dissing her, and her man following 8 years is only some terrible, awful business. And it demonstrates the amount Drake has been pursuing individuals of color for quite a while, yet Kendrick has more to say regarding this. And he called attention to how Drake has been deriding his life partner Whitney for purportedly being a survivor of DV from Kendrick. Now I realize that this is a quarrel, and the two sides are going after one another, yet while Kendrick has been pursuing Drake and disgracing him for supposedly being a drag, Drake has been going after Kendrick's life partner and disgracing the casualty for being harmed. Now Kendrick has consistently prevented the claims from putting pause on his life partner. Gracious standby. This is valid, no doubt, when they said you were in Vegas and you some person horrendous and you did something to some female and they said they had proof and all of this. And afterward, I had absolutely no point ever heard anything about it in the future, no doubt. 'Cause it's silliness that is the most uninformed stuff. I made up on that, I question it. And you realize that individual whoever made that up owes a statement of regret, not to me, but rather to ladies that truly go out there and get you dig what I'm talking about, that is a main problem, and to put an individual name that you realize that represents somebody way more better that has been raised or way more better than that is not cool. There are individuals out there that truly get it, and there are ladies out there that get it and don't say anything. and carry on with their lives through that, so I was like, I'm certain assuming that happened, if there had been a police report, you would have been captured. That is absurdity, that is uninformed, that is all way uninformed to 100%. When you hear things in the new certain things I accept about Craftsman, that story, I didn't actually believe that was somewhat close yet again. This didn't make any difference to Drake, and on second thought of coming for Kendrick. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.